Money, money, money is the funny in a rich man's world. Expensive fragrances that are worth it. Now I'm just kidding with you. I just hate that fucking headline for multiple reasons. First of all, I hate it when somebody tells me what I should do, like buy this because it's worth it. No, it's simple as this. If you like something enough, if you want something enough, it's fucking gonna be worth it. That is the simplicity of this game. If you like it, buy it, wear it, use it. That's the only thing you need to think about. So yes, I hate that headline, yet I'm using it myself. I hate when somebody tells me what I should wear. So who the fuck am I to tell you which fragrances are worth the dollars? No, so I'm not going to do that to you. This is just my suggestions of fragrances that I would buy again if I ever emptied a bottle of them. So let's dive right into it. Hi all, my name is Tim and you're welcome to another edition of Smelly Sweet. And when I was thinking about doing this video, I thought it was going to be difficult to pick out fragrances that I could that I could recommend that are expensive. Let's put it that way. These are recommendations only. And that I would have struggles to find if I emptied the bottle, which one would I buy instead? Because let's face it, today many fragrances get alternatives, some are even better than the OGs and stuff like that. But then I picked out the bottles from my cabinet and I ended up with 16 bottles of fragrance. Now, there are 2 in here that will come down to 1 that I suggest instead. Now, in my next video, I'm going to record that video right after this, is going to be about cheaper alternatives to other fragrances. No, I don't want to drag out this video. I don't want it to be more than max 15 minutes. And with 16 fragrances, well, it's going to have to just only talk very briefly about them. And if you want to know something more about the fragrances, just ask me in the comment section or look me up at TikTok or Instagram, which has a new name today. Today, my name at Instagram is Smelly Sweet. The way it's supposed to be spelled. It's still fun. It's still kind of a word joke with words, but now we're gonna dive right into this by talking about the first fragrance, and that fragrance is Baraonda from Nasomatto. This whiskey fragrance, very pungent whiskey in the opening. Now, I personally haven't tried any alternatives that I think are better than this fragrance. Now, I know Russell, my friend at Instagram, he talked about 2 fragrances that were alternatives. I haven't tried them myself. So for this long, take it with a grain of salt, but this one would be one that I reconsider to buy yet again, because I tried Black Afghano and I tried so many takes on Black Afghano from Nasomatto, and not a single one of those fragrances has the same quality as Black Afghano. However, Black Afghano, that scent profile isn't my favorite, but I stick with my Baraonda. I truly love this fragrance. And next up we have Ganymede. This is worth every single fucking hype it has ever gone, and it's so beautiful from the opening to the dry down. I truly enjoy this one. And it is going to set a lot of trends. I believe that we're going to see this metallic note that this one has in a lot of fragrance releases that will come, because hey, it's got some noise from it in Fragcom. Now, thinking about this video, the first fragrance that hit me was Roja Enigma from Roja, the perfume version. Then it hit me, no, actually this cost around $500. We have the Parfum Cologne version, which you get 100 ml for $300. So this was no longer an option for this video. And then I thought, I have more of those boozy vanilla tobacco fragrances. And one is Vanille Havane from Les Indemodables. This one costs around $200, I believe it is. I don't even know how many milliliters are in it. Anyway, still way too expensive, but it is a beautiful juice. Just look at the color of the juice, and man, you have the vanilla, you have the booziness from the rum in here, and it is heavy on the booze. Really heavy in the opening. It's kind of just like sniffing a bottle of rum. But yet again, I thought this was a little bit too expensive as well, so I landed with Franck Boclet's tobacco. Here you have just amazing. And yet again, just look at that color of the juice. I mean, don't spray this on a white shirt. Even when you spray it on your skin, you get a little bit brownish on your skin. This is a lovely rum, lovely vanilla, lovely tobacco. So for the category Roja Enigma Vanille Havane, I ended up with Franck Boclet's tobacco. Next up we have Sweden's Swedoft. Now, I was in the test panel to try this fragrance out before they released it, and I must say it's adorable. No, it's not the only thing with this one. You have raspberry in here, but not the Tuscan leather kind of raspberry, more a softer, gentle raspberry. Together with the toffee in this one, you are in for a head turner. And I haven't used it that much. I'm quite sorry for that actually, because it is a damn good use. I'm gonna make it my scent of the day today, just because I'm heading to work and I want to see my colleagues' reactions to this one. It has a kind of a sparkling fizziness to it as well. Just a beautiful juice. Sweden from Swedoft. You need to try it. And then we have Parfums de Marly's Hair. Now, if you followed me, watched me around, you know Niche for All, and Niche for All has a take on this called Tobacco Vanille, but I still recommend this one over that one, because the Tobacco Vanille from Niche for All has a kind of a touch from Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. But this one, the tobacco in here, I've never ever smelled a tobacco in a fragrance that is this rich, smells this natural, and just feels like a real pipe tobacco. So Parfums de Marly Hair is one that I definitely would reconsider to buy again. A niche fragrance for the summertime, Maison Francis Kurkdjian Acqua Celestia Forte. Now, boys and girls, we all know citrus fragrances are pretty, not that complex, they're pretty easy, they don't have the best longevity and stuff like that, but the way the citruses come forward in this one is so naturally and good, and gives it hasn't got that, it has a little bit of an aquatic feeling, but not overpoweringly. And it also has those white florals in here that make it fresh, sharp, but soft. So it has it all. Maison Francis Kurkdjian Acqua Celestia Forte. Man, it is my favorite citrus forward fragrance. And I can't leave out Theodoros Kalotinis from this list. Theodoros Kalotinis has some great cheaper alternatives as well, such as Coffee Addict, Aegean Salt and Citrus. Pooh, it's right next to Acqua Celestia Forte, by the way. But this one costs a little bit more. Sandalwood, packed with woods, packed with oud, and a lovely rum note in here. The rum note doesn't come forward for about 45 minutes to 1.5 hours, no, 1 minute and 50 minutes. After that, the rum is really there in the front of the fragrance. Beautiful creation, beautiful piece of art, just the way that it has that pungentness, but so likable, and it has the compliment factor. Sandalwood from Theodoros Kalotinis definitely needs to be on your radar. Tom Ford Ombré leather needs to be on this list. I know it's not a niche fragrance, but it isn't that cheap either. But I've been hunting leather fragrances ever since I first got my nose on this one, and there is no other leather fragrance out on the market that beats Tom Ford's Ombré leather, in my opinion. Parfums de Marly's Haltane. I was a little bit unsure if I should include this one in here. We have Initial Oud for Greatness, which has a bigger projection, and there are similarities between these two fragrances. And their Initial Oud for Greatness and Haltane maybe hasn't got the most unique scent profile today, but in this one it has the clary sage and the cedar, and it just makes it so much more easier to wear this one than the other ones in this category, like Vidian Liva, for example. It is kind of a mix of this one and BR 540, but hey, with this one I feel easy to wear, and I also personally feel that it is a little bit more masculine leaning thanks to the clary sage and cedar wood in Parfums de Marly's Haltane. Another boozy tobacco forward fragrance, yes, Rivalite Imperiale from Plume Impression has to be on this list. Why? Well, when you smell this one right off the top, it's just like smelling that candy called Bounty with a lot of coconut in it. So there is a coconut feeling in here as well. What did I spray there? That was tobacco, yeah, tobacco from Franck Boclet. And when you smell it, it's, oh, you know what? I'm gonna show you something. Stay right there. Malibu Black. Open up this. Yeah! Malibu from the opening. After that, Rivalite Imperiale Plume Impression takes a slightly different direction with a tobacco note in it. And the sandalwood, oh my god. When the sandalwood come forward in this one, it is a nosegasm. Just simply as that. So, Rivalite Imperiale Plume Impression is on the list. Nishane Ani needs to be here. Now, I have never smelled such a beautiful combination of ginger and vanilla. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the house Nishane and their methods, what they do always, but when a fragrance deserves credit, it just deserves credit, and Nishane Ani is one of those that deserves credit. I've also included Akro Smoke on this list. Now, you get the goosebumps every time now, because it has this, it's sad to say, but the best word to use to describe it is disgusting smokiness in the opening. But after that, this beautiful tobacco comes forward and it just turns into a stunning creation. No, I was kind of surprised with this one because I let my brother-in-law, my sister and my niece smell these fragrances. All three of them. Oh, I love this. This smells so good. No, my brother-in-law has told me to order a bottle of Akro Smoke for him, and that is what I'm gonna do because I'm not letting go of my bottle of it. Akro Smoke is definitely, I'm never gonna go through 100 ml of this one because it has a great longevity and power to it, but if it ever goes smash, crash, boom, crash, bang, test, kaput, this one will be replaced immediately. We also need to include T.R.N.P D'Aguilar. Now, this is a rather unknown brand, but the way they describe this one as a modern Fougere, I think it smells like a vintage Fougere with a modern twist. Now, the notes listed in this one, if you look it up, it doesn't match up at all. But when I was speaking to the perfumer about this fragrance, she let me know that there was around 45 different components in this one and 4 different kinds of lavender. So it is potent juice, T.R.N.P D'Aguilar, a potent Fougere for every modern man. And last but not least, I had to pick a Xerjoff, and that is Ivory Root. Now, I've not tried a fragrance yet that match this one in the vanilla, sandalwood, cedar, and the mix of those notes was so difficult to explain, but in the mix of those notes you've kept pinpoint every single note, but if you don't focus on it, it just creates this beautiful harmony of notes coming together, playing like a song from ABBA. Money, money, money. It's just a beautiful creation. Ivory Root is definitely one that I will replace if this ever gets empty. I hope you enjoyed this quick roundup of these fragrances that I would consider to buy again if they ever run out for me. What I'm gonna record right after this video is cheaper alternatives to other fragrances. So I hope to see you in that video as well. But until this, you all know what to do. Stay well and be safe, and see you around.